Hey guys, I'm back, and this month I'm going to show off collection videos. I figured this would be a good time to revisit and kind of show where I'm at, what I'm going after video game wise, and just kind of show the collections of games I have. We're going to start with the Game Boy. I have my classic Game Boy right here. I have always been a fan of handhelds. Me and my brother used to fight over playing video games, whose turn it would be, but he wouldn't touch handhelds. So once I found that out, that gave me an opportunity to play some games uninterrupted, wouldn't be bothered. My mom enjoyed them, so she would play as well. I also have a Game Boy Pocket here, which was an exclusive to Target, actually. Now, I don't have a Game Boy Color right now, but I do have Game Boy Advances, and I'll show those in a separate video as that collection is starting to grow. But we'll show every Game Boy game I have, every Game Boy Color game I have, and we'll go from there. Now, I have been buying cases for a little while to store these in. I got tired of just throwing them in a box. So let me show you what I've got. This is Shanghai, a game I've really enjoyed. Let me show you the insides of these cases. Games fit in there really good. These run me about $5.50 to $6 a piece. I have Super Mario World. Super Mario Land, excuse me. Super Mario Land 2, 6 golden coins. F1 Race, Golf, Dexterity, the Castlevania Adventure, and I don't care what anybody says, this is a fun game. Alleyway, Metroid 2, The Return of Samus, Mega Man 3, Lock and Chase. I used to love this on Atari. Operation C. I have, this one's kind of unique. It's a travel guide. Some of the numbers still work in this thing. You can look up random cities in the US or around the world, and the stuff works. I know because I've called some of them. Now, before we get to, I do have some loose games here that I haven't got the cases for yet. Let's get them ready. Then I'll show you the few Game Boy Color games I have. Everybody has to have Tetris. It's required if you have a handheld. Donkey Kong. Best version of Donkey Kong ever. Has all the stages plus new ones. Highly recommend this. Quirk. If you've never played Quirk, this is a great puzzle game where you have to escape out of rooms. I really, really enjoy this. This is a high favorite now. Space Invaders. If you plug it into your Super Game Boy, you can play it straight on your television, and it unlocks the original arcade version. Tetris Attack. Another good puzzle game. Super RC Pro-Am. If you like racing games, it's one of the best racing games you can get. This and F1 Race are pretty much scratch all the itches I'll ever need. Mega Man. I one time had 1 through 5 when I was a kid, so it's part of my goal is to get all of them this year, if possible. Kirby's Dream Land. Classic game. Baseball. I have this thing about collecting all the launch titles for a system. Baseball was among the launch titles, so that's why it's here. WWF Superstars. Gotta have I'm a wrestling fan, so I've gotta have a wrestling game on any system I own. And last but certainly not least, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Fall of the Foot Clan. All right. Now let's show the Game Boy Color games I have. First off, we've got Donkey Kong Land. Donkey Kong Land 2. This is Pocket Bomberman. Originally released on the classic Game Boy, but it got upgraded to a color version. Very fun, side-scrolling Bomberman game. Slight change to the format, but still it's a fun game. And I have 2 more Game Boy Color games with Miss Pac-Man, which is a bonus game in it called Super Pac-Man with this humongous Pac-Man sprite. And last but certainly not least, one of my all-time favorite game, Shadowgate Classic, which is supposed to be a port of the original like Mac version. And I love it. But that is my entire Game Boy collection for now. Always looking to get more. Between this and like the Nintendo itself are my 2 systems I chase the most. And if you've got a suggestion for a Game Boy game I don't have, please put it in the comments. I'd love to hear it. And if you've got Game Boy games, I'd love to see what you have. So please let me know. As always, guys, take care and go play some games.